episode. We're reacting to the 5th Smash Bros. Fighter announcement video. Now, it was leaked for me the day it came out, which was the 16th. And yeah, so the fighter's not gonna be a surprise for me, so I won't even pretend. Oh my gosh, no. But the stuff that I didn't hear about, then, I'll be surprised. But let's see. Hold on. The thing is, it was live in the morning. Fire Emblem?
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zahars upon our enemies.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet, there is no other choice.
I didn't know nothing about Fire Emblem.
You must join Smash. Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
Byleth join Smash.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
Another sword fighter? That's why people are mad, because it's another sword fighter. He doesn't look that bad. I like that sword. It looks pretty good. Link, Hero, Cloud. He might not be that bad. I'll try him out.
So you return.
And then I got my
I see. Too many swords.
If you see my teaser, my one of my latest video teaser too, I showed off my I got the Elgato Capture Card HD 60S. Can't see it clearly. So basically, Blizz Gaming is returning. I was gonna wait until a special announcement video, but I'm sure you put 2 plus 2 together. Blizz Gaming is returning. See where I left off when I had 5 episodes. The last one being Crunkered. So I'm gonna continue it as season 1. All right. And the first episode will be Smash Bros. Yeah, maybe trying out Byleth or,
Men are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do? Huh. So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time. How is this?
Byleth
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics. With Errant Bot, strike with superior reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power.
If I'm lucky, Blizz Gaming will return next week.
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the sword of the creator, Each weapon matches a direction.
Okay.
Your will and mine be now as one.
This is Final Smash.
To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
Fire Emblem Three Houses. Sakurai!
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it will also be available for purchase.
So you know I have to fight about this, how I've had Banjo, Joker.
In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry.
Okay. Don't need any
First off,
information.
what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a
AJ's
board
here
game.
too.
Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were
Yeah,
lots
two
of ways in
reactions
which
did it one day.
tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
I kind of like what they're doing
Plus,
with the Sakurai
something made
there,
it
right?
stand out from other
Yeah.
Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die. That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again.
Okay.
Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode.
So is that gonna be?
But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak.
Okay.
In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
Interesting.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
17 games?
People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire
17
Emblem Warrior,
games,
then
including
it comes out to 17
excluding
games.
spin-offs.
Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
Fire Emblem. Okay. You want to do that? Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, Shadow Dragon, New Mystery of the Emblem. Oh my gosh, stop, stop!
There you go, 17. So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2. Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it? You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1,023. If you've given up counting the knots in the tatami mat, you could always give it a go.
Try it out when you're bored.
What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto, and the female version is called Beres. But in English, they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses.
It's not Byleth. Byleth.
Once you've chosen a
It's
house,
Byleth.
you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you.
Oh my gosh.
To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game.
I also have the link to Sakurai's Twitter if you want to follow him.
I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter. I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand. Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Wow.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
Okay.
As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Ooh. Hold on. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth.
So basically, in some of the previous showcases, he played the game, he had a face cam. What if Sakurai started like a YouTube channel? I don't care if it's in Japanese or he has a translated English channel. But he could like play Smash Bros. And Kirby, I guess? I don't know. Just an idea. Just an idea.
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs.
Sword of the Creator.
It's the new version of
The
Mortal
Sword of the
Kombat.
Creator here is Byleth's
What?
default weapon.
New version of
They
Mortal
use it for flurry
Kombat.
attacks and tilt attacks,
No.
such as down tilt
See,
attacks,
face
where it
cam.
takes
I'm
the
talking
form
about
of
the
a
face
whip.
cam.
They also use
Do you
the
even know what
sword
I'm
for
reacting
dash
to?
attacks and other moves.
Yeah.
What?
For their up smash attack.
Something about like some anime.
No.
I don't know.
No. No.
But it looks like Mortal Kombat
No.
though.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 5th Fighter
Well, it's still-
announcement reveal.
Well, it kind of looks like Mortal Kombat.
I have my Switch over there, but unfortunately, I did not bring Smash with me. I am at my auntie's house.
Smash.
Long story, and I don't feel like explaining it, or else this reaction will be way too long. It'll take a while. It'll take a long time to get uploaded. Then afterwards, I won't have time to watch My Hero Academia. Yeah, that's what I plan to do after I'm done filming this reaction.
They'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Then after I'll watch about. Maybe if I finish the season
For their
today,
up air attack,
then I'll begin working on
they'll wave the whip sword
Title
overhead.
News episode 2 or something.
The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this.
Yeah, that's what I found interesting. You could reel in opponents. Sort of like a Joker.
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
He's doing that with his own character. Kirby, bro. He's doing that with his own character. That must have hurt. That must have hurt. That must have hurt. But it's basically like Joker from Persona 5 and Smash. Basically, it has that grappling hook, and you could reel in opponents.
you can do awful things like this. That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So
How long?
that's the up special.
That's special. Okay.
Now, for the sideways inputs. This is Erdfar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
I did a lot of damage.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger. And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful. The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat.
Okay,
It won't
I see.
deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far.
I see.
That's
want
why,
long-
as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward,
With the blade press
or
like
downward in this case.
I got it.
Next, the side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Wow, that did a lot of damage. Okay, I see what you mean.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little.
I'll try and keep
Like
this video on account when I'm playing as Byleth.
But as you'd
the
expect,
actual
it
game.
can be easily shielded, so be careful.
Man,
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well, although you'll be vulnerable when you land.
okay.
Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air
So
attack.
all of the weapons is named after
It
things
really
that
is
are
strong.
okay. No, Bowser.
Try for a meteor effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect, which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know,
So I'm jerking my
execute
neck like
the
that, it's like
Falcon
I
Punch
can
at about the same time.
feel the pain.
It plays out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed. Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack. Also, you can turn around during the move. The
You turn
swing
left or
takes
right
a
down the
while.
start of them. Okay, I got
So if
you.
an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
Got it.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
You can launch your
By the way,
opponents even if you miss.
earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It
Wow.
hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this can just get you hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty
It's available on
straightforward, right?
28th. Okay.
But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform
So
this
like
move by
Link's.
keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire. But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible. Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using
It's
this
long range.
projectile weapon.
Okay.
Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version. As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sophis and launch an attack together. Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sophis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
New stage. Garage Mac.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garrick Mach Monastery. This is how Garrick Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
So like the Sakurai Sunshine stage.
Let me
Okay.
introduce each of the guests that appear in these
Inferno
4
Plaza.
areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid.
Doo-doo.
Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy.
Which is
For
why I
that
won't be
reason, I
saying
guess
the
you could
names
say
in
Dimitri's the
when I
future
play.
king. He had quite the difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see.
Yay! I'm gonna have fun doing that.
If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right.
Okay. For more
I wonder
fighting.
where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down. Be broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building.
Reception hall. Black
And the
Eagle
guests in the
House.
reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adrestian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict.
Okay.
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down. However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed. It's similar to the Bridge of Elden stage.
Golden
The guests
Deer
are from the
House.
Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
Yeah,
You could also
edges
say
screen.
it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
When I play Smash, sometimes what I'll do is I'll get the fighter or another person or the CPU into the edge of the stage, and then I attack them, which automatically knocks them off stage. Yeah, that's my.
Once again.
Yeah. But that's my strategy, if you will.
The last area is the cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing at the cathedral are Seta, Flame, and Rhea. There's Seneth, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flame. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the
Glad he said
opening of
Flame.
Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Flame, not flame.
All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Let's see, Byleth in action.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright,
Joker
here we go,
versus
Joker.
Robert.
Joker! And Hero! Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. Bennigan's. I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got him. That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch. Perfect shield at that, huh?
So I was turning it down.
Good one.
I was intrigued by it in the battle.
If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected. Good, there's Mom. You're in a good spot, Mom. I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball. See? They got it. But I mustn't give up. I can't waste the chance. There's another smash ball. Yes, got it.
Finish
Now,
it.
what are you charging up for? There's still more. Whack. Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him. I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Song collection.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that. Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Yes, Mii fighter costumes. Last time we got Sans. I didn't get spoiled about any Mii costumes, so. Altar. Sword fighter. Never heard of that before. Rabbits. Oh, wow. They did rabbits because, you know, Mario, Rabbits, Kingdom Battle, they had to. I'm surprised they didn't get a fighter. Or actual character. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. It doesn't look like to see a rabbit fighting a Link. It's a hat. Mega Man X. Okay. He's a gunner. Mega Man Battle Network. Mega Man.exe. Gunner. Okay. Cuphead! No. They did. Bro, they put Cuphead in as a V costume? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they did it. They did it, bro. They did it. He looks so good. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to play as Cuphead, bro. I can't. That's what I'm gonna be playing as. I don't care about Byleth. I'm playing as Cuphead. I never got spoiled about that. Wow. Wish they added him as a fighter, but you know, actual character. But hey. So the ones I'm gonna get is Cuphead and the rabbit. That's it. I'm just gonna use my credits. Wow. 75 cents each. Available January 28th. Okay.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
Yes.
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing.
I need to get back to Nintendo Switch online, so I could share my stages. Like if I make a stage, I can play it, or I can find other people's Mii fighters, someone that's made, and then their stages. Hey, I might make a Mii. I actually made a Mii fighter of me. So if I get Nintendo Switch Online, you guys can actually get it. And I'll announce it. Alright? So I need to get Nintendo Switch Online. Again, $20 a year. Not that bad, so.
And now, on to the amiibo.
Amiibo.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Dark Samus and
and
Richard.
Victor are planned for
January
release on
17th,
Friday, January 17th.
2020. Where's the Banjo Amiibo? 5 fighters join the fight.
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighters Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie,
Yeah.
Terry Bogard, and Byleth. From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics.
They announced, when we Pass
added
Direct,
fighter,
another
simply make their attacks or their
fighter
movements
pass.
a
So
little
maybe they'll
different.
reveal the
Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play. As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, Have a look.
Oh man, come on, reveal. Soundtrack. 11. 6 additional.
Looks like there will be one more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep
All
an eye out.
Challenger packs will be released by
And
December
now that it's
31st,
official, we
2021.
intend to move ahead with
Wow.
development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm
Won't be
personally
released
very sorry
one or
that
two
we
of
have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
Yeah.
Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it.
I will.
Furthermore,
I'll
the new
buy it.
additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
Already been.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Okay.
Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
What's it gonna be? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Mii
It's a
costume.
Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword
That's
Fighter, the
interesting.
ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Alright. I will buy Fighter Pass Volume 2. Lastly.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world.
That's right.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Yes, it's a fighting game, but it's also a crossover of
Now
many
Super
different
Smash
type of
Bros.
video game
Ultimate has
characters
surpassed it in total
from a
sales.
long thing of history.
However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or
Right,
something
like I
else
just said.
entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
And they've already been. Okay. Alright, that was a pretty good direct. Byleth, kind of disappointing, but seems like a pretty good fighter. And then the Cuphead DLC, the Cuphead Mii costume, definitely will purchase that. And I will purchase the Fighter Pass. So yeah, I'm gonna go broke off this game. Anyways, thank you for watching this reaction. This is a very long reaction, but hopefully you watched it all. And and remember, use this in the comments. Hashtag Crash for Smash. You hear me, Sakurai? That better be one of the fighters that you decided. Crash for Smash, Sora for Smash, Lara Croft from Smash. Yes, Lara Croft, aka Tomb Raider, and Waluigi for Smash. You understand? Alright, with that for real. See you guys in the next one. Bye.